deserving of the Gimbel Award because she truly embodies all of the characteristics that we would hope our student athletes have. She's one of the most hardworking students that we have ever seen or I've ever seen. She is the first to offer encouragement and support to her teammates, her coaches, any fellow student athletes. It's kind of incredible to watch her walk into a room and everyone knows her. Like all of the students from other teams are happy to see her, all of the admin are happy to see her. She's developed relationships with coaches on other teams that most of our student athletes you couldn't say that about. She just goes above and beyond to make sure that she is connected and is checking up on people all of the time.
Erin's an incredibly giving person, so I think on our team it's really evident that Erin makes people better. She makes them feel supported. She does things behind the scenes almost every day that most of us don't even know about or see, whether that's delivering a note to teammates before a match or going to support someone in a presentation they're giving, or just bring somebody a cup of coffee when they're having a bad day. Erin is always finding little ways to show she cares about the people in her life.
Erin does everything very much to the 100%, and so anytime she's given the opportunity to speak, she takes her time and makes sure that she really speaks from the heart and that everything she's saying is very genuine. And then in terms of volunteer opportunities, she does so much outside of even what we ask her. So when we call upon, we know that she's going to do everything to the best she can, and then some.
I think Erin takes a lot of pride in her Filipino heritage and the way she has become part of that community here on campus, brought them out into the tennis stadium and atmosphere, and brought those two worlds together, and sees herself as an example of an excellent Filipino athlete. I think that's one of the many ways she's led on this campus.
The most important thing for me in working with Erin has been that how special she has been to me. As the operations director, anytime I need something, she's there for me. Anytime that I see that the team needs something, she's there for the team. And it takes a unique individual to be all around and very, very giving. And I think it just kind of supports the whole idea of being a member of the Trojan family.
Congratulations, Erin Cayetano, on being named a 2023 Gimbel Award recipient.
John Jackson is deserving of the Gimbel Award because when you just think of the most cooperative student athlete, he's the first person that comes to mind. He is the first person I call if I need someone to meet with a student or a prospective student. He's the first person to answer my call in the first ring. He's the first person to show up with a smile on his face and know how to represent USC and his experience completely. So when I think of the most cooperative, it's 100% John Jackson.
I first met John in the fall of 2021, and it was actually, the date was August 24th, 2021 in Fertitta Hall in JFF 331. It was in my Communication Strategy and Business class, BUAD 302, which is a required class for all business majors or minors. He was sitting in the front row, and I remember distinctly, how you have those visuals of people sitting, him and Chris Thompson were sitting next to each other, and John he was sitting on the aisle where he always has that really big smile. Whether you are one of the captains on the football team or a star on the team or somebody who sits in the back of the classrooms that's somewhat quiet, he makes you feel like you're important and you're of value. He asks you questions. He looks at you in your eyes. He smiles when he talks to you. And he asks for your input. One of the things that I take away with how John made me feel was that he valued what I had to share with him. He wanted to grow. He wanted to learn. He wanted to become better. He asked thoughtful questions. Professor, how can, why, what can we do? And so just narrowing it down, he makes other people feel valued.
What I think makes John so special is that when he came in, he already knew what USC was about. So he already held a special place in his heart, and he wanted to uphold that. So instead of like figuring out along the way, he made sure to make sure everyone knew how special this place was. He came in already wanting to break records, and he knew he wanted to be on all the billboards. He wanted to beat all the records that his dad had when he got here. So it was nice to see him strive for all those milestones and also encourage everyone around him to do the same thing.
We have a lot of wonderful students at USC, and it's a privilege to teach them. But I'm here today because I had the privilege of having John Jackson III in my class. And what makes him different is his giving attitude, his giving heart. And I know that his legacy, as that came before him, will continue at USC, in Los Angeles, and wherever else he's called to go.
Play action here. Here's the throws and still able to complete it to John Jackson, who came into the game with one.
Congratulations, and I'm so proud of you for being honored with this very special award and for your graduation. Congratulations, John.
Congratulations to John Jackson III on being named a 2023 Gimbel Award recipient. Congratulations again to Aaron and John. Our final award this afternoon is the Trojaneer Diamond Award, which recognizes the student athlete who brought the most fame and distinction to the university. Please direct your attention to the screen as we recognize our final award recipient.
The way we communicate and the way we try to build and raise our student athlete, Paige is a true epitome of being a Trojan student athlete. Natural ball winner, wherever she came, she won. NCAA champion in 18, Olympic gold medalist, conference champion in 19, and still her career is not over yet.
Paige is the type of teammate that every team wants, but not all teams can have, and we are so lucky to have her on our team. She works quietly and she achieves quietly while setting up everyone else in the pool. She's the most unselfish player and the most unselfish teammate that any team could have. You know, I think she's got the most assists in the country. She also makes training bearable. I think she's really funny. Paige, I think you're funny. So you make training easy for me, and yeah, I'm so glad you're there. When I was deciding what school to come to, Paige was in the team, and I knew I'd get 3 years, well at the time we thought it was 3 years, playing with her. And so I mean that was a huge reason for why I chose USC, because you know she's such a powerhouse and such an icon for young girls. Never in a million years did I think that now I'd be sitting here talking about her because she's my best mate, but yeah, ultimately she's the reason why I'm a Trojan.
But I remember her as a sophomore getting and playing at Stanford in a conference final in 2019, packed stadium with our senior players getting in a foul trouble, and her as a true sophomore, one of the youngest on the team, really took over and led that team really hold our things together, and scoring the winning goal in a sudden death overtime against Stanford at Stanford, you know, to win the game.
She'll take a look from downtown. That's game. Paige Hushchild wins it.
One of those moments where you can tell the Paiges Paige's true greatness as a player, as a teammate, and ability to lead the team as a youngster.
I mean, aside from being an Olympic gold medalist, she's a two-time world champion. Just here at USC, she's one of the most decorated players. She's got a national title under her belt. Her freshman year, she was MPSF Newcomer of the Year, and she broke a record for getting the most Newcomer of the Week awards. She's a three-time All-American. She'll make that four-time All-American this year, I'd say. I mean, that's just to name a few, but yeah, the list goes on forever.
Like I said, it's Paige's pleasure to coach, natural born winner, true Trojan, a team captain who is really representing the team, helping coaches to be the positive voice in the locker room, and someone who is really great to be around. And you know, we'll miss Paige after she graduates, and actually this way, if I can wish on behalf of our team the best in her future career. And congratulations.
Congratulations to the 2023 Trojaneer Diamond Award winner, Paige Hochschild. Unfortunately, Paige cannot be here today as she is traveling with the women's water polo team to compete in the NCAA tournament. And we wish them